is the second load from yesterday. We are headed out to a neighboring town, Winchester, Virginia. Hopefully we'll see some deer. Here's my firewood stand. I had someone message me this morning about picking some up. Good this way. Personally, I think this is a heavy load, but what do I know? As you can see, it's sprinkling. It's supposed to be sunny and a beautiful day, though they haven't gotten the weather right like forever. We fired up the wood stove, the central boiler wood stove yesterday because the temperatures were supposed to go down in the 20s and not get above 40, but
we woke up to 40.
We woke up this morning to 40 degrees. So I don't know. And it's supposed to be sunny, and of course it is raining. This would have been a prettier ride along with sun. I love this barn of our neighbors. It's just something about a big red barn. That just says country. We certainly enjoyed Back 40's live stream last night. Can't wait for next week when he brings his guest on. I understand, not personally, about being sore from a monster mall, but I know that Larry and the boys certainly did it enough before we mechanized, which of course we did not really mechanize that much until after the kids were gone, because we realized, hey, we're old. That's why you think you see so much expensive equipment, but you know, the last kid left, I guess, 10 years ago, and this has been a slow process of becoming mechanized. The boys used to enjoy doing it with a monster maul and a wedge, and it was all homemade. And then we did a homemade wood splitter, and then the boys would earn extra money by stacking for customers. We started out with this, what was that truck? It was like blue and red that you put a dump bed on.
83 Ford F350.
An 83 Ford F350.
Stake body.
Is a state body.
You put a dump bed on it.
And you put a dump bed on it. And then after that one, we went up into Pennsylvania, up into coal country, and we got a state truck. And it was yellow.
89 F350.
It was an 89 F350.
With a power takeoff dump, so it could lift anything.
Power takeoff dump. You put that on, right?
No.
No, it came with that?
The state did that.
Oh, the state did it. And we did wood in that until the floorboard rusted out under Larry's feet. And that was one of those things, because it was a state plow salt truck for Pennsylvania up there in coal country, that it rusted out. However, a real nice guy bought it from us, and he used to run around town in that truck, that dump truck, with a bunch of girls in the back. He had a ball with the truck. We really miss him.
Yeah, and all the truck and the farm stuff was for a farm, for cattle, for apple pumice from that.
Yeah, that's right. All the
it wasn't for firewood.
Right. Our equipment was all for cattle. We did cattle. It's okay this way, and pigs or hogs, goats. And we did that because we wanted to make sure that we knew where the kids' food was coming from. We did not want them, and meat chickens. Yeah, meat chickens. We did that one year. That was pretty gross. Cornish hens. Anyway, we didn't want to have to worry about the chemicals and antibiotics and everything that was put in the meat. So we raised our own. And so that's where all this equipment came from. A lot of the equipment, you know, some of it we don't have anymore. Like the big tractor, we traded in and got the Bobcat. So we let that piece of equipment go because the Bobcat suited what we were doing now better.
We sold the big manure spreader.
And we sold that huge manure spreader. I think if you go back to one of his first videos, you may see that.
Yeah, that paid for the Halverson.
And that, you know, I paid for the Halverson, and you know, we just do what we have to do whatever job it is that we're doing.
We do firewood for a hobby, and we do firewood for an emergency. If we lose electricity, we have a generator that can run the outdoor wood stove. We have propane stove, so we're self-supportive even if we get off the grid.
Yeah.
The power goes out. So it's all been about...
The generator is a... Generac. And we've had that 20 years.
Minimum.
A minimum of 20 years. And, you know, that's...
Same time as the stove.
Yeah, back when we got the stove, and the Generac will run the stove. It's wired to run the stove if something happens to the power, so that we still have a heat source. Now, we have geothermal, and if you don't know about geothermal, you should look it up, because that is the way heat should be. It's an expense in the front end, but it pays off in the back end, and it's just a very warm, reliable for heat and air conditioning. You use the ground's temperature for it goes to a heat exchanger. Anyway, it's a lot cheaper, and we're going to be putting in on the front porch warm board, and that will really be an interesting video if we don't kill each other doing it. That's going to be a lot of maneuvering and sawing and laying tubes that, you know, I don't know anything about, but he does. This is to the east. Man, look at those clouds. This is to the north. Look at those clouds. And that is to the west. And, you know, it's just more clouds. I don't know how it's going to get to be a sunny day here in 2 hours. But that's what they say.
To make these deliveries, I think of Joe's Firewood.
Yeah.
Congratulations, he just hit 5,000 subscribers.
Yep, Joe.
He's a hard-working wood guy.
He is. Joe, and Joe's Premium Firewood is a hard-working wood guy who...
tells it like it is.
Yep, tells it like it is, and we do appreciate that, Joe. You know, you have a business. Ohio Woodburner has a business. This is not a business for us. This is a hobby that we enjoy doing together. It's also something that when Larry goes into the woods by himself in the Bobcat with the tree shear and the grapple, he can do alone. He doesn't need me. But we like doing a lot of the stuff together. It's just one of those things, you know. I know that, what is it, Firewood Midwest has his wife, and I guess they just enjoy doing things together. And I think that's wonderful. And if your wife doesn't, hey, that's okay too. But honestly, my house is filthy because I would rather be outside. I'm just not a indoors person. Even when the kids were little and throwing the wood on the truck, I was right there doing it because I enjoyed it.
We're country people that grew up in cities.
Yeah, we are two country people. By heart, we also happen to be black sheep of our families. Only when I say that because we are the only ones that really moved away. Larry has a wonderful family, and they all live very close by each other. I have a wonderful family, and they all live like right beside each other. And that is fine. I have no issue, neither does he, with that. That's what some people are suited for, and some people aren't. We are people that do not like to be in our neighbor's business, and we do not like our neighbors to be in our business. And that's hard to do with the restrictions of town life. You know, we are going in here to town life, and if you think you can get away with a central boiler wood stove in the middle of town, you are wrong. If you think you can get away with
cutting all the live trees we cut down.
It's just one of those things. It's like we have done firewood as individuals, kids, with our families since I guess we were little. Fireplaces and going out and getting wood, and it was just how we were raised. And now, when we both grew up, we continued. I lived in a city, and we got loads of firewood delivered. Larry lived out this way, and he went after work and cut wood and split wood for himself and for his family. And then we, met and married, and we've done firewood ever since then. We used to have what was that wood stove in the basement?
Timberline.
Yeah, we used to have a Timberline wood stove, and we cut the wood for that, and the kids took the responsibility of filling it and cleaning the ashes out. We had a nice brick wood box that Larry had built.
This will qualify as what firewood's done for us.
Yeah, I guess this is what firewood has done for us. Yes, that's it. This is what is firewood done for us.
This is a call out to Daniel Atkins.
Yeah, Daniel Atkins, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not doing it the right way, but we're doing it. Yeah, anyway, firewood to us has been a way to meet customers. Joe at the Ohio wood burner, he runs a nice business, and he loves to meet the customers. And honestly, we do too. That's what I enjoy most. I was in, retail and teaching, and I like customers. I like getting to meet people. I like talking to people. And my only job really is to say hello and work the tailgate and talk, which obviously I do. And we like the fact that we get to work together. We like the fact that, this provides us with, eating out money. Even in this COVID time, we do a lot of eating out. I'm not as happy as I was about it, but, But anyway, so this was our video for what firewood has done for us. We look at this kind of thing and we go, good grief, why would people want that much yard? You gotta mow it. Put some cows, put some sheep, put some goats on it. Who wants to be mowing all that acreage? So I guess that's what firewood's done for us. It's given us something to do together. It's provided some money for gas for the truck and eating out and various things like that.
And the woods are peaceful.
Yes, and the woods
And
are very
it's
peaceful.
As long as damn trees ain't falling on your head
Yeah,
and crushing you.
right. I mean, this is a renewable resource, but you have got to keep your woods clean. Just like Back 40's doing right now. He is providing a service for his neighbors, keeping the woods clean. You know, you don't want to be walking in the woods and having a tree limb widowmaker in you. You know, absolutely, you have got to keep your woods clean if you want to have a healthy woods. And right now with the oak wilt and that ash borer, yeah, you know, you have got to keep it cleaned out. And that's kind of what we're doing. Things that might fall in a house, they got to come down.
All this wood's coming from our property.
Yeah,
So we're not harvesting anything anywhere else.
Yeah, this is strictly our wood from our property. You know, we're not harvesting anyone else. We did go over and help the neighbors taking down. I made you take down 4 or 5 trees. 5 trees. Honestly, it just worried me to death. I hated every minute of it because, you know, I was on someone else's property and I was worried about breaking someone else's stuff. I mean, we used our equipment, but, you know, Larry was navigating power lines and a dog house and a kennel, you know, in their house. And, you know, it just made me a nervous wreck. I like just dealing with our woods, our stuff. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this ride along. Have a great Saturday. Take care of each other. Oh. half poured ash, oak. There's some walnut in there. I see some hickory. I wish I could identify the way Joe does. Man, Joe, you're a pro at this. I just can't do it at all. So anyway, there's the dump bed Larry made for us, and the grading and things that Kyle and Eric put together. Thank you all for coming with us on the ride along. Have a great day. Now I am finished. Please like, subscribe, and ask us any questions that you would like to know. Thank you very much. Have a great day.